began to look at the little book that came with the plant. It showed that came with the plant. It showed pictures of flies and spiders being eaten by the plant. April learned that she was only supposed to feed Harold once in a week. April went downstairs and outside. She looked around the yard and found a small anthill. She caught some ants in a jar and took them to her room. April poured the ants into the plant tank and waited. One ant crawled into the plant's pitcher and got stuck. It was trapped by hairs inside of the pitcher. April thought the way Harold ate insects was very strange. But she liked him. On her way out her room, she grabbed some jelly beans from a jar on her dresser. Harold saw this and wondered what a jelly bean might taste like. Flies and ants are nice, but a red jelly bean would be very nice. But the next time Harold saw April bringing him some ants, he thought about the jelly beans she always ate. He wanted a red one, but when she opened the lid, it was just more ants. At least they were the spicy red kind. The next week, April brought Harold a fat, wiggly worm. She dropped the worm straight into his pitcher. It was a nice treat for Harold after only eating ants for the last few weeks, but he still wanted a red jelly bean. A week later, April brought Harold more insects. Brought Harold more insects. Harold thought about jelly beans. He fought and fought as hard as he could. Jelly beans, jelly beans, jelly beans, jelly beans. He repeated the thought over and over. April ate a couple of jelly beans before feeding Harold more insects. When April opened the lid to Harold's home, she only had a couple small spiders. Harold was disappointed that she didn't feed him a red jelly bean, but he was very hungry. He felt grateful that April fed him so well, yet he really wanted a jelly bean. That night, when April was going to bed, she ate a jelly bean before brushing her teeth. Then she took another one, a red one, and placed it into Harold's pitcher. Harold was so excited that his leaves began to shake. The jelly bean was smooth and kind of hard. It sat inside his pitcher. It became soft and sticky. The flavor began to ooze out. It tasted so sweet, so wonderful. He found himself glowing with joy. The next day, April noticed Harold looked happy. "Hi there, Harold," she said. "You sure look happy today. Did you like the jelly bean?" Harold tried to smile by coloring one of his leaves. He felt very happy. He really enjoyed his jelly beans. From that day on, Harold got one red jelly bean each week. It was a midweek treat between regular meals. He grew bigger and bigger and stronger. Soon he was big enough to eat crickets and grasshoppers. April and Harold were good friends. Harold even got to go to school with her once for show and tell. That day, he only got a cricket to eat. A couple of days later, he got a green jelly bean. "Wow," thought Harold. "All the colors are tasty." As much Harold loved all the colors of jelly beans, red red ones were still his favorites.
Good job. What? No way. You got a perfect score? I'm impressed.